Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, for today's video, I am going to be reading some unpopular Stranger Things opinions and giving you guys my opinion on it, I guess. Like, pretty much kind of like saying like whether I like agree, disagree. So yeah, I'm kind of super excited for this, and I do have some other things that I will be reading some unpopular opinions on because I found a couple, so there will be a couple of videos after this one. But anyways, that's what we're going to be doing today, and feel free to let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with these unpopular opinions. Stranger Things is a show that I get very, I guess kind of like protective over. Like, I get like very upset if like I hear really anything like bad or negative about Stranger Things. Is Stranger Things perfect? No. Is it very, 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 very close to perfect? Yes. So I get very protective with it, but feel free to let me know your thoughts and opinions, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. I'm already kind of getting like an overview of the first one, and I already don't agree with it, but let's get into these. So, also, even though the past seasons have been out for years, and season 4 has been out for a year, I don't know. Obviously, there will be spoilers talked about in this video, because I can't make this video without there being spoilers, so just letting y'all know now, in case you haven't seen the show, or maybe you're like just starting the show, like whatever the case may be. Okay? You've been warned. Anyways, so first unpopular opinion is Eddie is overrated. He was kind of a jerk to the kids at first because Lucas couldn't play. He was barely in the show itself because he's in hiding, and then all of a sudden he comes out, sacrifices himself, and I'm supposed to feel sad? Nah, I was more sad about how Dustin reacted to his death than his death overall. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. I personally think Eddie is not overrated. Now, I get where they're coming from when they say, like, he was, like, barely in the show. Like, he was in hiding for, like, a good majority of the show. But see, I feel like, honestly, what it was is, yes, in the beginning, literally all he cared about was the game. That was it. That's why he was so upset when Lucas couldn't play, because that is all he cared about in the beginning. But I feel like after he, like, went into hiding and stuff, and, like, after everything that happened with, like, Chrissy and stuff, I feel like it, I don't know, changed him in a way, which is why he, like, comes out and sacrifices himself and stuff. Like, I feel like his character just, like, changed. He had a little bit of a character development. Like, I do agree, he was kind of barely in it in the beginning, but, like, I loved Eddie. I do not think Eddie was overrated. I wasn't 100% sure what I felt about him in the beginning when I was first watching season 4 because of how he was, but I don't think he was overrated at all. In fact, he's honestly one of my favorite characters in the entire series. So I personally don't think he's overrated, and I do think his death was extremely sad, and I was very sad about it. I was very upset about how Dustin reacted. Do not get me wrong, that got me messed up. But I was very upset about his death, and I think y'all should be too. Anyways, moving on to number 2. I found season 4 less enjoyable and more tedious than the previous ones because we're following multiple storylines in 3 locations. It's hard to be invested when we're jumping around constantly to different characters. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one because, yes, we were jumping back and forth. Like, we were jumping between them in Hawkins, some of them in California. Like, we were jumping, like, between that. We were jumping between, like, kind of, like, some flashback scenes. Like, there were kind of a whole bunch of stuff that we were jumping back and forth between. But see, honestly, I didn't hate that. No, I'm not gonna lie. There were some episodes and some parts in some episodes where I was like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. Can we move on? But I do not think that the way that they were with different characters or whatever, I don't think that was a bad thing. Like, I kind of liked seeing what, like, everyone was up to. Like I said, sometimes I was kind of like, okay, let's kind of get a move on. But, like, I liked that. And also, that's how it was in season 4. They were split up. Like, some of them were in Hawkins, some of them were in California. Like, it was split. That's how it was. In season 5, that we're aware of anyway, they're all going to be back in Hawkins. Like, we don't have, like, Hopper and Joyce and stuff in Russia anymore. We don't have Mike, Eleven, Will, Jonathan. We don't have them in California anymore. And then, of course, the other characters were in Hawkins. We don't have that anymore. From what I'm understanding, they're all going to be in Hawkins in season 5. So, we shouldn't have that in the next season. But that's just how it was. But in my personal opinion, I did enjoy season 4. And I don't think it was tedious. Again, some parts, yes. But overall, I don't think it was tedious. And I honestly really enjoyed season 4. I think it was full of a whole bunch of stuff. I kind of got mad at some things. But enjoyable nonetheless. Okay, popular opinion number 3. I'm honestly tired of how shallow the characters are now. The first and second seasons really spent time with Elle, Mike, Hopper, etc. It showed their inner conflicts and motivations, really let the episodes breathe, and we could enjoy the character development. The last 2 seasons are covering so many characters that we end up only having a shallow overview, which takes the heart out of it. They need to either cut down on characters or preferably just focus on a handful and let the others support without adding their own conflicts and problems into the mix. Okay. Honestly, okay, yeah, kind of. Here's my attempted reasoning. I do get what they were saying. In the earlier seasons, like, it focused on the main characters and, like, their conflicts, their problems, their motivations. Like, it did focus on solely them. And then in the newer ones, so, like, season 3, season 4, like, it did kind of start adding, like, these, like, people that maybe started out as supporting characters and then they switched them to main ones. Like, I don't know. They are getting kind of shallow. Like, okay, we can do Will for an example. Don't know what's going on with that. Will in season 1, not really there. He was taken by the Demogorgon, so he's not really there. But, like, he was a main big part of the first season. Season 2, there, again, another main big part, but then it was like once season 3 happened, he kind of started to get shallow and kind of just started to get, like, whiny. This is not turning into a Will Byers hate video, I promise. But, like, I don't know. I kind of understand. Like, I feel like maybe they, like, have kind of steered clear from, like, the main characters and, like, what's going on with them, and have kind of started to focus more on, like, supporting characters and putting in, like, their things, like, their stuff. But I don't know. Again, I'm kind of at a mixed, but, like, I kind of understand with that one. Kind of-ish. Okay, number 4. Will said he knows what Vecna thinks. So in my opinion, 11 should have died. And season 5 should have picked up with Will getting Vecna'd and later becoming a double agent siding with Vecna and going behind his back to kill him because his connection to the Upside Down could 100% allow him to do that. Honestly, though, that'd be kind of dope. But see, like, okay, here's the thing. Yes, he's got a connection to the Upside Down. Poor boy has been through it with that place. But, okay, yes, what happened in season 4, I don't know 100% if 11 should technically, physically be alive from that. Because, like, okay, here's the thing with 11. She used to, like, in, like, the other seasons, after a certain amount of power was used, she'd get, like, drained. Like, she was almost like she was, like, on, like, some type of, like, battery or whatever. And when that battery started to get low and started dying, like, she, like, had to, like, recharge or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, after she would use a certain amount of powers, like, she'd get drained. And she couldn't use anymore. But then, in season 4, girl's got all this, like, power, like, and I don't know. I don't know if she necessarily should have survived that. I love 11. I do. I promise I do. Is she, like my fave? No. But I love her. There would not be a show without 11, which I do think is a reason why she did not die. Because if she died in season 4, that'd be it. The show would be over. Because let's all face it, even if we don't like 11, or even if we love 11, or we're just, like, okay with 11, she's the show. Girl is literally the show. Like, so, I don't think she should have died. I don't know if Will necessarily has the type of connection with the Upside Down to do that. Where he could, like, be a double agent and side with Vecna and then go behind his back and, like, kill him or whatever because of his connection with the Upside Down. But, like, honestly, that might be kind of cool if that was, like, a thing that could, like, actually happen. But again, I don't think his connection with the Upside Down is that strong. And also, is Vecna that stupid to not realize that Will's not actually siding with him and is gonna go behind his back? I don't think so. This dude apparently is, like, super strong. He's super old too, but, like, apparently he's, like, super strong or whatever. So honestly, I don't see how that would work. Okay, number 5. I really love this season, and I loved all the characters, even Mike. I think I'm too old to hate on a 14-year-old who acts like a 14-year-old. Anyway, I think the Hawkins crew had the most interesting part of the season. The California crew and Russian storylines were interesting, and I loved how it all connected, but they were still weak, and I just wanted to see the Hawkins crew since they were the ones actively investigating what was going on. Elle's story was interesting, but did they really need to keep her separated from Mike and Will for half the season to tell her story? Honestly, yes. Yes. Honestly, I kind of agree. Okay. I agree with what they were saying. Love the California crew, love the Russia crew, loved the story of it and all that. But I do kind of wish maybe we got a little bit more of the Hawkins crew, because I feel like there was, like, maybe more that we could have, like, witnessed. Like, I feel like there was maybe, like, stuff that we were, like, missing. Again, do not get me wrong. Love the California and Russian crew. Russian? Russia. Not Russian. They're not Russians. They're Russia. But, like, I do agree. And Elle's story. Okay? Yes. Interesting. Loved it. Here for it. Loved it more than what we were getting in season 2. But anyways, we're not going to go into that. That's, like, a whole other video. I probably won't make that into a video, but I'm just saying that would be, like, a whole other video. But loved her story. But I do agree. Did she really need to be separated from everyone else to get the story? Oh no. I don't know. Number 6. This one's actually a short one, y'all. I don't want Nancy and Steve to get back together. Honestly, okay. Yes and no. I love Steve and Nancy. I think they were so cute together. But I feel like Jonathan's more her type. And also I want Steve for myself. So, because we all know now, obviously, that he's not going to end up with Robin. So, like, Duffers, if you need a love interest for Steve in season 5, I'm here and I'm available. I know you've already started filming, but, like, if by some miracle you stumble upon this video and you're looking to give Steve a love interest in season 5, I'm here. I'm available. Anyways, okay. The Mike/Will/Jonathan storyline was just plain boring. It was like they barely existed. As far as Mike and Jonathan are concerned, I could care less, but it just felt like the writers had no idea what to do with them this season. Facts. I really hope they don't keep going down this road of Will being in love with Mike, because Mike is a dumb character and Will deserves a better character arc and more character development. Also, I felt like the Jason storyline was just pointless. There were plenty of obstacles in the way of Hawkins' kid without going there. His character was awful and it didn't enhance the storyline whatsoever. Facts. Now. Okay. I don't think Mike is a bad character. I don't really agree with that one. He's got his problems like everyone else. But the whole entire opinion of this, yes. Not really sure what's going on with the Mike and Will and Jonathan storyline, to be honest with you. Like, why is it here? Like, it had a purpose. It was there for a reason. The Duffers know what they're doing. They're very smart people. But, what was it? Like, what's the point? And, also, I do agree that I feel like they were just a little confused with what to do with them this last season. And I hope that they give them something better this next season. And also, I don't know if Will's gonna deserve English would be great. I don't know if Will's gonna get a character development, because he's just there anymore. He doesn't really have a purpose. Minus, of course, he does have the connection with Upside Down, but other than that, he doesn't really have a purpose anymore, so I'm not entirely sure if he's going to get character development or not. But anyways, I agree with that one. Argyle sucks. He's so irritating and adds basically nothing to the plot or the crew. All the other characters they added after season 1 have been great and worked really well with the main characters except him. See, okay. I did have my mixed feelings about Argyle, but I do think he's kind of a fun character. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with him, since it kind of seems like he's maybe going to be a main character. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do with him, but I do think he's fun. And I don't think he sucks. I don't think he's irritating and adds nothing to the plot. I think if he's going to become a main character, there's going to be something that he's going to do for the plot. Like, I feel like he's going to have a purpose. Unless he's just going to be like Will's character, where he's just there. But I think Argyle's fun. Somebody please explain to me what the holy heck was going on at Dustin's girlfriend's house. That was a waste of my time and yours too. Honestly, yes. I don't remember exactly what they were going there for. Obviously they needed something, but we didn't need that. We didn't need all of that. Now, if we were gonna have it, okay. Just shorten it. We didn't need all that. We didn't need to see all the kids. We didn't need to see all the planning and plotting that was going on in that household. We just didn't need all that. If you want to show them going to Susie's house to get what they needed to get, that's fine. But I don't need to see all the other stuff. You know? Okay, I feel like we're going to start getting into some unpopular opinions about Will Byers. This is what we're here for. I feel like after season 2, the writers don't really know what to do with Will. Like, he just sits there, and then at the end of the season, he says, "I can still feel it," and we're all like, oh, where did he even come from? That's literally what I was just saying. He's just there. And then he does go, "I can still feel it," or "I feel it," like he gets like goosebumps on his neck, and then he goes like this. You know what I mean? He's just there. I think they're running out of ideas to do for Will now that he's not dealing with really any upside down crap. Well, not crap. I love the upside down, but like now that he's not dealing with that stuff, I do feel like they're a little torn on what to do with him. I love Will, and he's so pure, but his character could have so much more depth, especially since they're going with the closeted gay storyline for him. We need a deep Will episode just like we had a Max episode. Honestly, I'd be down for that. I do love Max though, so obsessed with that episode too. But like, Will could have so much potential. He did have so much potential. And then kind of literally from 3 on, which obviously that's only been 2 seasons, but from 3 on, he's just there. Just gets the goosebumps on his neck. He can feel it. He's like, oh hey, yeah, I'm here. And I feel like he could have more to do. Like, and then yeah, they're gonna do the gay storyline for him, which, well, let's be real, we all knew that was gonna happen. I feel like the time when I was really like, something's going on here, was in season 2, whatever episode it was. I forget which episode the Halloween one is. When he's like, well, no, it wasn't him. It was Mike. But like, the vibes Will was giving off was like, I'm in love with you. But when Mike was like, well, if we're going crazy, we'll go crazy together or something, right? Y'all know what I mean? Yeah, that part. So, we kind of all knew that, but Will's got more potential than he's being shown. Just saying. Here's Will again. We need more Will, but without that awful haircut. I hated Nancy's hair too. It's truly awful. I also hated Barb in the first season. I don't know why everyone loved her so much. I was happy she died. Oh my gosh. Do you need some help? Are you okay? You're happy she died? See, okay. I feel like we didn't get to see much of Barb to fully decide, like, oh, do we love her? Do we not love her? We didn't really get to see that much. Which I think is kind of one of the reasons why I was kind of sad about her death, was because it's like, she was innocent. She had nothing to do with any of this, and she died. Like, I didn't hate Barb, but we didn't get to see much of her. I do not like Will's haircut. It is awful. And honestly, Nancy's hair, it was fine. It's the 80s, guys. Come on. I honestly think that 11 is the most boring, bland character in Stranger Things. No. Like I said earlier, without her, there'd be no show. Again, 11's not my favorite. But without her, there would be no Stranger Things. Just saying. I love the show, but I'm surprised by how many people love season 4 and are calling it a masterpiece. The Russia scenes were so boring and I did not care. Winona Ryder's acting was awful this season. This season just didn't have the same magic as the others. At least part 1 didn't, but I did love part 2. You know? Okay. Season 4, not my favorite season. I'm a season 1 girl. Through and through. Want to talk about a masterpiece? I think it's also like the nostalgia of it though, but like, I did like season 4. It had its ups, it had its downs, it was like filled with like so much stuff. And honestly, okay, yes, there were some Russia scenes that were just like, ugh, but it's Hopper and I love Hopper, so I'm like, I'm willing to watch the Russia scenes. And also, I don't think the Russia scenes were like too long either, where I was like, oh my goodness, like, are we done? You know what I mean? I don't know. And I don't know about Winona Ryder's acting. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I have like my mixed like thoughts about Winona Ryder, to be honest with y'all, but you know, I don't know. I don't think it was bad. Okay guys, well that was the end of this video of me reading Unpopular Stranger Things Opinions. Honestly, when I thought about doing this video, I was like, it's a good idea, but I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to enjoy it. I obviously, when I'm filming this, I don't know how well it's going to do on YouTube, but I did honestly kind of enjoy it. I usually sometimes don't like giving my opinion on things, on the internet anyway, because people are just like so judgy, but I did have a really fun time recording this video, so I honestly am excited for the other 2 unpopular opinion videos that I have in the works. Well, they're not in the works yet, but they're on the plan for some video ideas. But yeah, this was honestly so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. Love talking about one of my favorite shows. It's like my favorite thing ever. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you agree or disagree with any of the popular opinions that I read, and also if you have any other ideas for maybe some other unpopular opinions videos that I could do, let me know, because turns out I really like doing these videos, even though I've only done one so far, but turns out I really like doing them. So if there are any other shows, movies, whatever that you want me to read unpopular opinions on, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try and do those. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!